All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we're going to talk about Gervonta Davis, Floyd Mayweather, and Eddie Hearn, and a wonderful situation that Gervonta Davis has forced. Man, you can say a lot of things about that kid, but dumb is not one. Looks like he has started a bidding war between two of the biggest outfits in boxing, and he still will be real dumb to take one of these offers. But let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon. In this video, we're going to be in the lightweight division. Gervonta Tank Davis has a big fight coming up. Not sure how hard the fight's going to be with Rolly Romero at for his WBA 135-pound regular title. Not the super title, but the regular title. And there are a lot of words being thrown around between Matchroom Boxing and Mayweather Promotions. And I'm telling you, man, if I was Gervonta Davis, I would just be sitting there like, look, man, when I get done with this Rolly Romero kid, pull out the cash register. But before I get into that and talk about it, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, thank you for watching the channel, checking out the video. Make sure before you leave, if you like the video, to hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon so you can be notified of when we release more videos. If you're a longtime supporter of the channel, thank you again for coming to chop it up with me about more boxing. All right, so not an unknown thing at all. Gervonta Tank Davis is in his last fight on his contract with Mayweather Promotions and is talking about leaving Mayweather Promotions. Mayweather Promotions, for their part, I'm sure, do not want him to leave and are going to try to do their best to keep him. Leonard Ellerby was being interviewed in a public right before or after a public workout with the other Mayweather promotion fighter that Gervonta Davis is going to fight, Rolly Romero, and pretty much said, look, Gervonta Davis has done a lot of great things to make himself into a major attraction, major star in boxing. We deserve credit for that as well. But then after that, he took a very, very big shot at when talking about what Mayweather Promotions had accomplished for Gervonta Davis. Took a really big shot at Eddie Hearn and Matchroom Boxing, and one that is just, it's as much as of a shot at him as it is. That's the stone cold truth. Pretty much said about Eddie Hearn, he's like, look, man, look at what's going on with Devin Haney. Devin Haney signed with Matchroom, nobody fighting on an app that nobody has. He said these guys, he signed with, to a promoter that didn't know what he was doing, had $1 billion at his disposal, and still has not been able to build an American star. Right, pretty much taking big shots at Eddie Hearn. Now Eddie Hearn comes back and and ego just flying out the building, man. Says something like, who are you? We're the biggest. Basically, I'm the biggest promoter in the world. We have the best stable of anybody in the world. We're the biggest global. Man, look, dude. Global schmobile in the United States, man, you had $1 billion and you weren't able to pull off not a thing. So get up out of here with all of that global talk. As far as what Eddie Hearn has done in the United States, what he did with the U.S. fighters that Eddie Hearn has signed, he has done jack nada for those guys. Tevin Farmer signed with him. Didn't get anything, got a few paychecks, big paychecks, got a lot of secondary level fights, and that was it. Devin Haney got big paychecks. Name didn't grow anywhere. Was not able to get him an undisputed fight against George Kambosos because the network wasn't willing to pay for it. And then you have the fight. Obviously the most obvious one is Demetrius Andrade, who signed with Eddie Hearn because all of the belts in that division at the time that he signed, they were all in with Matchroom Boxing and at DAZN with either Golden Boy or Matchroom. They had Canelo Alvarez down there, Gennady Golovkin down there, Ryota Murata was down there with the WBA championship, and Eddie Hearn was able to get Demetrius Andrade exactly no fights, no big fights, right? So he got paid well off of the contract, and then what happened? This is our last fight with Demetrius Andrade. So when they're talking about saying, oh man, what they're going to offer Gervonta Davis and what they're going to do for Gervonta Davis, look, man, Gervonta Davis if they make a big offer for Gervonta Davis, and I'm telling you, this is a wonderful situation for Gervonta, because if he gets offered a lot of guaranteed money for fights, and then then the PBC or Floyd Mayweather Jr., Al Haymon, in some way, shape, or form are going to have to tell that man how they're going to get him somewhere near the money that is offered by Eddie Hearn, right? However, let me assure you that is a recipe that is what you call, you know how they say all money ain't good money? If you have the ability to be the biggest name in boxing, that is kind of like Floyd Mayweather Jr. or Errol Spence Jr. being in a situation where, he's selling tickets, he's doing things, he's growing his name, and then Matchroom asks him to go over to their network and sit there and fight in the dark where nobody sees you for about 4 or 5 good checks. And after that, we'll see what happens. Because, dude, that's for the biggest name in boxing. That's happening with Canelo Alvarez. One of the things that Leonard Ellerby said was like, we heard that they were doing 300,000 pay-per-views. Eddie Hearn turns around and says, man, we did double that and then add some. Well, let's look at this. Double that and then add some. All right, so what are you talking about, 650? like that's Canelo Alvarez. If you double 300,000 and you say he did 650, so what? That's still less than the 800,000 that was reported for the fight before that. And it's definitely less than the $1 million he was getting for Gennady Golovkin, or I am thoroughly convinced the $1 million that he would get for Jermall Charlo. Canelo Alvarez's name has not grown at all. He's been over there fighting on an app. He was already a big name, but he was made a big name on Showtime and on HBO. When he went over there to DAZN, his footprint, or whatever you want to call it, has not grown at all, despite the amount of marketing that they put behind him. Because at the end of the day, if you're over there on DAZN, not very many people are going to see you fight. And that is just, I don't care what type of stories they tell about how 1.3 million people watched Katie Taylor versus Amanda Serrano. Man, that's the first time I ever heard of any number coming out of DAZN of over 400,000. So, but anyway, man, Gervonta Davis, though, very, very smart move. No doubt about it, by saying that this was his last fight under the contract, letting it be known, and getting him in a situation where he's going to get big offers from people. Now, as far as Eddie Hearn making a big money offer for him, I don't know what Eddie Hearn is going to do for him. Like he said, like, imagine that I signed Gervonta Davis. Yeah, I'm imagining it. Who are you going to have him fight? You know what I'm saying? Are you going to have him go fight over there in the UK and go on a Liam tour? Like who is he going to fight over there? Liam Williams? What lightweights do they have over in the UK? Is he going to fight Terry Flanagan? Like exactly who is he going to fight over there that is going to grow his name or help him become a star in the United States? And cats can say what they want about Leonard Ellerby. Leonard Ellerby and Floyd Mayweather Jr. did just that for Gervonta Tank Davis. And he may not have done it for a lot of other people, but hey, man, he did it for him, which is one more than Eddie Hearn has done for, man, anybody, actually. Because Anthony Joshua, the one star that was built by Eddie Hearn was Anthony Joshua. Other than that, I mean, I don't know, maybe the second one is Katie Taylor. But other than that, what big name fighters has Eddie Hearn developed at Matchroom? None. None. Yeah, none. And even with Anthony Joshua, dude, come on, he's an Olympic gold medalist that won the Olympic gold medal in the UK. How are you going to miss on that? But anyway, that's my take on the matter. You let me know what you think in the comment section. I can't wait to know what's going to happen with Gervonta. Personally, I think what's going to happen is he's going to stay with the PBC in some capacity, even if he does not stay, even if they find a way to have them manage, Gervonta Tank GTDs, GTD. Gervonta Davis Promotions, they'll do something like that. But if he goes over there with the zone, man, I don't know, man. I don't know about that because all the other lightweights are over there on Top Rank. You might as well go see what you can get in guaranteed money out of Bob Arum if you're going to go over there. And if that ain't a step back, I don't know what is. But anyway, that's my take on the matter. You let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.